Hello and welcome to this live video here with me, Tobias, live from Norway. And guess what? The summer returned for a day. That's awesome. And yeah, so in this video I will talk about, I don't know what to call it properly, but I'll call it something like the ratio between your creative idea to execution. So finding your own balance between idea, execution and result. And what are you willing to, how much time are you willing to spend? Or actually, how much time is your soul, your emotion willing to spend? Because sometimes our head and our emotions are different when it comes to those things. Okay? And I will talk about that in a moment. Just waiting for some more people to come on and yeah, showing you the amazing sunny views here. This is Norway at its most beautiful, I think. Here's a bit of our cabin. Let's not go there. Here we go. So this is Norway. Let's see if I can find the spot here. Okay, so as always, a quick introduction. My name is Tobias and I'm actually a German living here in Norway, and I'm an educated media designer, and I've worked with graphic design and video and also teaching video courses for almost all my professional life. So almost all my money I ever earned was on these kind of things. However, I always wanted to work with music, write and mainly also perform music that makes people happy. And yeah, so now I'm transitioning my entire life to focus much more on creativity, creating my own music, and also speaking about that transformation and coaching other creatives in listening to their inner voice, their gentle creative artist soul, and stop ignoring that. Because if you don't take action as an creative or an artist, or I don't know, maybe you want to be a YouTuber and you don't dare to make videos, well, it won't happen by itself. If you're like me, you're somebody who has creative ideas, and but you're also somebody who likes to help people, and you have maybe different other talents. Maybe you're good at accounting, but really you want to paint or something, and you always get requests to work with your talents, your accounting skills, for example, or for me, your graphic design, media, video skills, which is good, but it's not as awesome as actually working on the creativity. So if I always stifle the creativity, I don't feel complete and I don't feel happy. So that is what I'm talking about, and that is what I'm trying to teach you, to listen to that inner voice of yours that is maybe different than what other people expect. Okay, so enough of an introduction. Let's talk about the ratio between creative idea and execution. And with that, I want to share a little story to illustrate that. And I've discovered I have that same problem with myself. Also, Vanessa, my wife, she is kind of having similar struggle sometime. And what I want to share is actually a story I talked with somebody after one of these live videos here some weeks ago. And basically, she was a writer who was actually having the idea of she didn't want to work from home anymore, so she wants to rent an office space to go to and focus on writing, and that's what she is doing. And then she can come home, and when she's home, she's off work. That is a good boundary. So what she did was she rented a quite big room in an old factory, and it looked kind of like rough. And she spent like a long time fixing it up, making it look nice. And then she shared pictures online, and it was really, really, really looking awesome. But then her comment or her challenge with it was that she actually spent over half a year fixing that place, paying rent for it for the entire time. And her vision was that, well, it's not just her office, it should be also like something that she can rent out to other artists, or maybe a co-working space for creatives. So I would love to be working there because it looks so good. I can totally relate to that. And having a community and having place that is open and different artists and creatives can share that ideas are amazing, and we don't have enough spaces like that. So she spent lots of time and money, I think it was over half a year, of just building that place. And all that time she didn't write. All that time she was kind of wearing herself out, focusing on that big project. And now after such a long time, the place is finished, and she still doesn't have any other creatives around that were interested in renting it. So it started to become like a financial question as well. But mainly she was almost like at the point in her soul again where she was like, okay, I've spent like so many months not writing, but working on this project, creating my office / my creative space that I can rent out and be together with other creatives. But she wasn't creative in her core area. She was obviously creative in designing the place and in interior design and in envisioning who she could rent it out to and what they would need. So she included like a photo and YouTube studio in it, which is great. I like that. And like a kitchen area and different desks and meeting spaces and plants and backgrounds and colors. It looks amazing on the photos. So that's obviously creative work, but it's not her main the heart's desire, her main heart creativity, to say it that way. So she started to feel confused and a bit like almost burned out, because she can't work with creativity, because she's with her writing core creativity, because she's so busy working with other creative projects. So basically her mind was willing to spend half a year of not being creative, following her heart, but being creative with other things that are a good idea and cost money and should give good results. But now after over half a year she was like, something feels so wrong and it doesn't give me the financial results yet. So obviously she's now renting out the place, and me and also many others commented, and we're trying to figure out different ways. And I mean, she was almost at the point of like, she can just sell the place and go back and have a home office or work on her kitchen table and write, because she was so desperate to write again. So just think about that in your own life. Are you like me and you have been living your entire life working on creative and good projects, but not your main heart's desire creativity? Or is it just for a season? Have you been maybe working on a business or decorating a place or a studio and having a grand vision, but it's not your core mission, right? Like my wife and I, we have many projects that are not necessarily our core, but they're good ideas and they should be done, and we're working on them. Like my wife, she's painting, but she has also like some health challenges, so we've learned a lot about natural health and supplements. She wrote a book about that, and me as a graphic designer, I designed it and took photos, and so we have spent lots of time. And now we've also made like products with her paintings on, so you can buy cups and you can buy bags and clothes, kimonos and leggings and all kind of crazy, creative, awesome things. But it's not exactly the core. So we have to find the balance, right? That goes for us, that goes for me. Also when it comes to music. If I spend too much time on all the technical production aspects, and not on just writing something that is, let's say, good enough, and then recording and performing it, it doesn't have to be super perfect, polished. It's just really important for me to stick to that balance. So I'd rather publish something that is not 100% perfect, but I publish it by the time I feel I'm done with it. So you in your own life, in your own creativity, with your own projects, are you like obsessed with finding or creating the perfect website for you, instead of actually focusing on getting maybe clients and working on your creativity? I don't know, if you're a graphic designer, you should work for clients, you should express your creativity, but not just being stuck in perfecting your website. It's a very easy challenge that I have a problem with that too. That's why I don't have a website yet. Just as an example. So in your own life, think about that. Where do you have similar problems? And what do you do about that? And then change it. And if you find something, leave a comment. If you like this video, leave a comment. Thank you for watching. And here is the beautiful Norwegian view. So enjoy it, and I wish you God's blessings, and enjoy your creativity. All right? Yes.